Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another GTA 6 news coverage video. Today, we're taking an updated look around the upcoming map of GTA 6, doing a little tour around it, and giving you an idea of what we can expect from the absolutely massive map that will be launching with GTA 6. So we're going to be jumping into that tour in just a quick minute here. I think you're going to find it super exciting, so make sure to stick around. But before we get into all of that, here's today's shout out, and after that, we'll get into the video. Now today's shout out goes to a really awesome heavy metal band known as Reaper's Revenge and their brand new EP called Fire Force Devil. Stylistically positioned between classic heavy metal acts such as Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, with a hint of thrash and power metal. This German metal band delivers powerful social criticism with their new release, Fire Force Devil, taking on the likes of climate change deniers, fake news, and the dangers of AI. And this song was released through one of my favorite music labels. I've been supporting them for a long time on this channel, named NRT Records. And like all of their songs, this single really stands out with its uncompromising sound. It's available to stream on all major streaming platforms, but on Bandcamp, they're also offering a really cool deluxe version that contains a download in top quality with additional bonus features. So click the link at the top of the video description down below to check out Reaper's Revenge and face the Fire Force Devil. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Alright, so right now we are taking a look at the most up-to-date version of the upcoming GTA 6 map. Now, for those of you that have been following the channel for a while, you would know that the map we're looking at here is essentially a community-driven preview of what we expect the GTA 6 map to look like based on leaks, trailers, all of that good stuff. And after the most recent trailer for GTA 6, this map here has gotten a massive update. Now, before we dive in, as we can see here, there is still a lot of open room for this map, and we believe, and we have good reason to believe, that it actually could be larger than what we're looking at here. And just to put it into perspective, this is the GTA 5 map for scale. So we're talking about 2 times the size, possibly even more than GTA 5, which is crazy. The biggest thing I'd like to start off with here, besides giving you like an idea of just the overall map size, is diving a little bit deeper into the map here and taking a look at Vice City. Now, this square here is a more detailed version of Vice City that is built based on Trailer 2. So you can see overall the map looks very similar to what we had originally. However, this one's just a little bit more detailed and a little bit more accurate based on what we've seen in Trailer 2. So not too much to go over here besides giving you just a general idea of it. I will point out that especially compared to GTA 5 here, you can see that the streets in GTA 6 are much more condensed. There is a lot more buildings and a lot more things to do in a much smaller area. And considering that the overall map is exponentially larger, I think that not only is the map going to feel 2 times larger or whatever it is, but I think it's going to feel even larger because of how condensed everything is. Like if you zoom into, you know, kind of the western part of Vice City here across the water, you can see that there's just so many buildings, and on this map you can really zoom in and see, you know, what a lot of these are. So we have some lofts here, we have a gas station, a pawn shop, a hotel, museum, and these are of course all based on information that we've received from the trailers. We can take a look at here, can also zoom in. Right now there's a lot of addresses, but not really much information on what the building actually is. Allegedly there's like a little strip mall here, another gas station. little parking garage, looks like probably a baseball field if I had to assume here. So there's a lot of really good stuff in here, and I will drop a link at the top of the description down below, or maybe in the middle of the description, wherever it makes sense, to this website here so you can check it out. But this is an updated look at Vice City. Again, this isn't 100%, but this is our best look yet about what Vice City in GTA 6 will look like. Now, as we all know, Vice City is, of course, not the only city in GTA 6. There's going to be a ton to talk about here. So we have Vice City here, but as we see here, we have some other buildings starting to fill in, which were not here prior to the most recent trailer. So you can see that there's not much going on, but things are starting to fill in down here. And then also the airport, way bigger than what we were originally anticipating, and it looks like there's a waterway that seems to be pretty close next to the airport, which is really, really exciting. So this is going to be the Vice City International Airport. So this is going to be kind of the main airport in the game, and as you can see, the scale of it is just absolutely massive. And allegedly there will be a working metro system where you can take the line here, the yellow line, all the way into Vice City, going through here, going through the water, and hopefully it goes over here, but right now that's kind of where the speculation ends. So lots of really good stuff there, and that is the Vice City International Airport. Down here, this area is interesting because this has gone through just so many changes as we've learned more about the GTA 6 map. We have a small city here, Hamlet, as well as Watson Bay, kind of just like two, kind of coastal-ish towns, especially Watson Bay. We have the Grass Rivers, which is arguably the coolest, like, nature part of GTA 6, kind of like the Wetlands, if you will. Alligator Creek is in here. We have the Flamingo Wildlife Institute, which is really cool, but you can see just like so many things, and I can imagine that there's just going to be so many secret missions that are going to pop up around here, which is so exciting. And then down here on the very southern portion of the map is my favorite part of the map, which is the Leonita Keys, which is of course a play on the Florida Keys in real life. We received some more information about this in trailer 2, so things have started to fill in a little bit in terms of just overall style of the map and the islands. So we have, this massive road running along here, one way each direction. We have another island here, which has a pretty interesting set of buildings. We have the Naval Air Station, which I learned is actually a real thing in real life. There is indeed a Naval Air Station on the end of the Florida Keys. And then finally, we do have an island called Sundown, which we don't really know much about except its existence. So overall, pretty cool. Definitely less islandy than what we were originally expecting from the Leonida Keys. Originally, there were like probably 4x the amount of smaller islands we have now, but still really cool and definitely awesome that Rockstar went out of their way to add this into GTA 6. So that's an idea of kind of the southern portion. In terms of northern parts of the map, northern Vice City, not too much going on here. A few things to point out. The golf club on the island here, I believe, is also a real thing in real life, which is awesome. So that should be making its way into the game. North Vice City, not really much going on here. There's a little community, allegedly, maybe like a little golf course, if you will. Maybe that's it's kind of like a baseball field, it looks like, maybe. We'll have to see what comes out of that, but definitely, some kind of like suburb vibes happening up there in North Vice. We have Lake Leonida here. This we received some information on a little bit, but as you can see, it's pretty sparse at the moment, so not really much to touch on there. We have Port Galhorn over here, which is another one of those like kind of big cities around the map. So the cool thing about Port Galhorn is that it will have its own airfield, so kind of its own airport, and also allegedly its own little racetrack around here, which is so exciting. We haven't had a proper racetrack in a GTA game. So that's going to be really exciting, especially for GTA Online. This is a coastal city, and it does have a port, hence the name Port Galhorn, of course. So probably some missions going along here. Allegedly, there will be a bridge here. This is actually something new, so really exciting. But as you can see, this area is still being filled in ever so slightly. Then we just have like a bunch of mountains and hills, and that's kind of what's taking up the northern part of the map, at least at the moment. We do have the Florida Panhandle here. Allegedly, that will be making its way into the game. We haven't really seen anything about that in any of the trailers, any of the leaks, so that is all kind of like to be determined in the future. The big thing, though, that I do want to point out is that allegedly Georgia, the state of Georgia, will be in the game. This is something that we have seen in trailer 2. There were cars with license plates from a different state aside from Leonida. Georgia, as a lot of you are aware, is of course north of Florida in real life. So this is going to be interesting to see whether Georgia does make it into the game. Right now, this is completely speculative, so that is hence the question mark. So if Georgia does indeed make it into the game, that means that this map would be kind of like maybe even this, maybe even larger, which is crazy to think about, but that is all kind of like speculation at the moment. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. As you can see, definitely in a better place than before, but still very early on, very sparse in a lot of ways. And according to Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick, it seems like that with this release, they're really just planning to kind of like reveal everything very close to the launch to control the hype level, which of course does make sense. So we're gonna have to wait and see what comes out of this, but this is kind of our best look yet about what we can expect from the map of GTA 6. But I want to hear from all of you in those comments down below. What are your thoughts about this? Especially compared to the map of GTA 5, which again, we have right here. How do you feel about this? Do you think this is an improvement? Is this worth the wait that we've had? The crazy wait? Were you expecting something totally different? What's like your current vibe check with this map? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in those comments down below, because I really want to hear from all of you. But that's going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed and you found this coverage insightful and helpful, leave a like rating on this video. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below for more GTA 6 news coverage just like this. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.